The book of St. Matthew 26 and 50. And Yahushua said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Yahushua and took him. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Call Haloim Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bahar Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all the sincere Akia who during afflictions, making their calling and election sure. It's your brother Kabar back with another one, and this one I think I'm gonna call it Friend, Wherefore Art Thou Come? Alright, this is talking about Judas. You know, Judas Iscariot, who betrayed Yahushua. Lord willing, this be edifying to the elect, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bahar Kakadash Barakatam, to all the sincere listeners who may hear this. Alright, because this is 2020, year of prophecy. Alright, we see a lot of prophecies coming to pass. Alright, one of the prophecies Yahushua prophesied about, alright, is betrayal. Alright, a brother betraying another brother. Let me get that. I'm going to read this again, but Lord willing, I'll come back. This is in St. Mark 13. I'm going to just get to the point. Verse 12. It says, Now the brother shall betray the brother to death, and the father the son, and children shall rise up against their parents, and shall cause them to be put to death. I'm just keep reading. It says, And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Alright, so this is, if you can receive it, man, because if you're truly a believer, if you're truly a man, alright, that Yahushua is dealing with, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is dealing with, then you're going to be enduring the similar affliction that Yahushua. Let me just get this. This is in Romans 8 and 17. It says, And if children, then heirs, heirs of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. It says, If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. You see that? Just to get this, in 1 Peter 4 and 13, it says, But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Alright? So, meditating on what Yahushua suffered, man. Alright? That's going to be something that men of the Lord are going to be suffering, alright? And in the time, alright, that we're approaching. Brother betraying a brother to death, man. A brother. Okay? We understand what Yahushua said about who is my... Let me get that real quick. This is in St. Matthew 12. In verse, just to get some context, I'm going to start at verse 47. It says, Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. Alright, talking to Yahushua. But he answered and said unto him that told him, alright, Yahushua, he says, Who is my mother, and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples, and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren, for whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. Alright, so if you want to, even, some brothers, they have the understanding, with certain scriptures, it only applies to the brotherhood. Well, even if you apply those scriptures, alright, Yahushua said in St. Mark 13, just to get that again, in verse 12, it says, Now the brother shall betray the brother to death. Alright, so it could be men, alright, who you're laboring with, alright, who's doing the work with you, alright, who's going to betray you, man. And that makes total sense. Why? Because Yahushua suffered that. Let me go back in Matthew 26. This is in St. Matthew 26 and verse 50. I could kind of start up a little bit. Verse 47. It says, And while he yet spake, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came, and with him a great multitude with swords and staves from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now he that betrayed him gave him a sign, saying, Whomsoever I shall kiss, the same is he. But hold, it says hold him fast. It's a lot. It says, and forthwith he came to Yahushua and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. And Yahushua said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Yahushua and took him. So you want to get that word friend, because you know what? I'm gonna just get that while I'm on it. That word friend, Strong's G2083, says comrade, mate, a kindly address. All right. So this is him addressing Judas, man. All right. He's calling him a friend, which we know that word is synonymous with brother. But before I forget, let me get this real quick. This is in St. Mark 14 in verse 21. It says, the Son of Man indeed goeth as it is written of him, but woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It says, good were it for that man if he had never been born. All right, this is Yahushua speaking. So he knows. All right, I mean, come on, man. We talking about Yahushua here. All right, when he picked out the 12, he knew who Judas was, man. All right, but he continued. He still washed his feet. He still washed his feet, man. We could get that account, but hey, he washed his feet. So what I want to do is let me just continue with the lesson. Salakia. I'm gonna jump to St. John 15 in verse 15. It says, henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what the Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. That wasn't it, but that was good. Okay, I knew it was there. Jumping up to verse 13. I could start up a little higher. Verse 12. It says, this is my commandment, alright, Yahushua speaking, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Wow. Come on, man. And this includes Judas. Alright? This includes Judas, man. The same man who betrayed him, man. Alright? Verse 13, it says, greater love hath no man this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. Alright? Plural. Friends, man. And that includes everybody within this spectrum, man. Your brother. Your brotherhood. Alright? And this is ultimately how this thing's... I mean, we're making our bodies a living sacrifice, man. Ultimately for the whole nation of Israel. Alright? Just like Yahushua, man. So, we going back into the subject of betrayal. There's going to be men. Alright? If you're going to be, doing the will of our Father, man. Just like Yahushua. If you're going to be suffering, alright, with Yahushua, alright, then this very might well happen, man. And I did a lesson on this before. But, the Spirit hath on me to do it again. Ultimately, I mean, there's either you're going to be betrayed, or you might be the person that's betraying your brother, man. And ultimately, we're in a time where, the man of perdition will be revealed, man. We know that's talking about Esau, but, Lord willing, I'll get that. Because there's certain things that you want to kind of like meditate on, man. Salakia. But yeah, scriptures say to examine yourself, man. Examine yourself, man, to see whether you be in the faith, man, or a reprobate, man. I mean, are you doing everything in order? Are you displaying traits of a man who's gonna hold it down, lay your life down for your brother, man? Or are you displaying traits of a man who's gonna betray your brother, man? Are you leaving your brother hanging out here, man? Sometimes you think of things, your mind, starts racing. This is in St. Matthew 18, in verse 15. It says, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. It says, if he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. This is Yahushua speaking, man. All right. He's telling you how to do things. He's telling you how to operate decently and in order, man. And if you ain't operating within this, okay, then you're not, hey, man, you're not moving in the spirit, man. All right. You're doing something that ultimately, you know, it could get you knocked off, man. Just to continue, it says, but if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 2 or 1 more. It says that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established. You see, this is, hey man, scriptures were written aforetime for our learning, right? You can't be out here just moving on your own accord like we just some niggas, man. You have a problem with a brother, so you're gonna tell everybody except him, man. If you have his number, hit him up directly, man. If you ain't hitting him up directly, if you out here saying this and that, okay, then what are you doing? All right, you acting like the same men, all right, who brothers know, all right, if anyone has the ear to hear, all right, who I'm talking about, you know, because there's a lot of quarrels that go on. You do things decently, man. All right, the camp that we are a part of now, we start off because of particular things that happened in the past. We don't want to bring that into what we're doing, man. We don't want to act like niggas in the world, man. All right, you don't want to be a scumbag out here, man. All right, we're the hopeful elect. We're trying to get delivered out of here, man. All right, and if you you know what I'm saying, displaying unhonorable traits, all right, then there's no honor in that, man. Ain't no honor in that, man. Salakia. Let me get this. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and verse 26. It says, be ye angry and sin not, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. All right, you don't want to be that brother, man. All right, who's out here just holding the grudge, man. That's against the law. Let me get that. This is in Leviticus 19 and 18. It says, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. All right, so this is in the law. You ain't supposed to be holding no grudges, man. You ain't supposed to be out here sitting on, all right, sitting on things for months, all right, and then you come out of nowhere, you know, and even if it's like, okay, you have a valid reason to not, to not make a move or make a statement, you know, even within that, I mean, there's a way to do it. Scriptures tell you to just, hey man, you holler at the brother directly, man. You know, if you doing this and that, if you're not even filtering out your actions through the scriptures, if you're not living this scripture, if you're not living the truth, like the brother McQuah say, it's more than just doing the work out there on the highways and byways, man. That's a highly honorable thing. But if you're out here hating your brother in secret, then it's all in void, man. You know, you might as well just be a nigga in the world if you ain't doing things decently and in order, man. I didn't have too much more. Just had to put this out there, man. This is in St. John 17 in verse 12. It says, while I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou gavest me I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. See? So again, these scriptures are written for our learning. We were meant to look at these accounts, read them, and see like, okay, this is what Yahushua went through, you know? And we're followers of Yahushua, right? You know? So are you putting yourself in a position, all right, to hold your brother down, you know? Or are you putting yourself in a position to where it's like, you know, every man for himself, you know, let me bear my own burden, you know? Work out your own salvation, right? You know? Ultimately, what happened to being brotherly, man? You know? You don't be like those guys, all right? I mean, you know, talking really, if anyone has the ears to hear, we do these lessons, you know, for the elect. You know, I do these lessons for myself, man. I'm speaking to myself first, you know? But ultimately, you know, if anyone who could listen, anyone, you know, who this was intended for, who has the ears to hear, you know, Hey man, we just gotta put that vibration out there that we gotta correct ourselves, man. You know, we gotta grow in this thing, man. You know, we can't be out here stagnant, man. We can't be out here regurgitating and just blind leaders of the blind out here, man. All right, because if you fall into a pit, you can't say, oh, you know, they said this was cool. Nah, man. If you wasn't studying, doing your own due diligence, then ultimately, hey, man, you know, if you ain't filtering out, all right, our vain heart, right? The heart is deceitful above all things, right? But you just moving on impulses out here, you know, thinking that you're doing a righteous deed, you know. But it says here that the scripture might be fulfilled. There's no new thing under the sun. All right, so Judas, he's here today, man. That's right, Judas Iscariot is here today. All right, moving in the same spirit. All right, moving through just, you know what I'm saying, thinking that he's doing something. And ultimately, Judas, all right, he was one of the 12. He was right there with Yahushua. All right, so if you could receive that, this is in 1 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there be." Salakia. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3 says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." All right, and we know this is talking about Esau. All right, but we could definitely apply that, you know what I'm saying, to the time that we're in, man. The son of perdition, the man of sin, will be revealed. All right. We know in the world there's you know, there's movies and shows that talk about, you know, your day one and he, you know what I'm saying, he betrays you or whatever, you know. I'm not saying that happened to me personally, you know what I'm saying, but ultimately there's a prophecy that something like that is going to happen. That's biblical. Men of the Lord are going to be suffered. Men of the Lord are going to be betrayed by family members, okay, and by their brothers, man, by their close brethren, man. All right, men that you worship, you worship, man. We worship, we observe the Passover together, man. Those same brothers, man. All right, just like Yahushua, man. Right, the last supper, as they call it, man. But you know, just want to put that out there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Till next time, shalom.